I mean, I could like go through every single show we got to play and pick out a special moment.
Congratulations on The Secret of Us. Now, you said you've never had more fun making anything. What has made this particular experience so special?
I got to work with my best friend. My best friend and roommate, Audrey Hobert, we wrote most of the songs together, and we just had a great time. It was like, you know, we know each other the best. We kind of knew the ins and outs of all of the seeds of truth that we then wrote about, and to do it at home on our couch, like, was just a great time. And then I've worked with Aaron Dessner before, who's like family as well, and for us to make something that sounded completely different from our last album together was just really exciting.
And Aaron Dessner, I mean, you guys make an amazing team. What magic do you think he adds to your music?
He's just an incredibly rare person, and he's an excellent friend and listener, and I think his instincts as an artist, they've always been some of my favorite ever. I've been a fan of his music, you know, years and years before we knew each other, and so I think like he's got this kind of sensitivity as a human being that shows up in everything that he touches. Like all the music that he makes, I feel like I can always identify when he's been a part of a song, and so it's just his instincts are very different from that of anyone I've worked with before, and he's constantly challenging me in all the ways that like I could have only ever dreamed of in a collaborator. So he's just the greatest. I'm very lucky.
Yeah, you are. And I love to see how much fun you're having on stage and in your videos lately. How do you think you've changed and grown from your last era to this one?
I mean, I feel like I'm a different person. I feel like songs and albums are like time capsules, and in your 20s you're changing constantly, and I am certainly no exception to that being true. And so I think like in general, having had a year and a half of touring after releasing Good Riddance, it was kind of like this exposure therapy for me of just learning how to be myself more on stage, and then figuring out how I want to feel when I'm on stage for as long as I'm lucky enough to get to do this. So it's more extroverted in general. I think like writing with my best friend and feeling, you know, 100% open in terms of like sharing details and the ins and outs of different stories and stuff, it made it so that I think it's more me.
Well, asking on behalf of the internet, what is the significance of the color yellow to this album?
Yellow's, it just is so vibrant and happy, and it's like the color that had immediately made sense to me for the record as soon as we wrote Risk. It just felt like Risk feels very yellow to me. Risk was the first song Audrey and I wrote for the album, and it kind of became this North Star in terms of vulnerability, but also the humor of like falling for someone you don't know or have no context for. That's definitely like an overarching theme throughout the album. Yellow has just always kind of been in my head when we've been writing these ones.
So have you fallen for someone you didn't know?
Haven't we all?
Yes. We have.
It's like step one or something.
Yeah. Now, you've been touring with Taylor Swift on her Eras tour. Can you share one of your favorite moments from behind the scenes?
Every day that we get to be a part of that tour is such a privilege. And it's really like everything that happens behind the scenes is such magic, because it kind of feels like, you know, the number of people that are a part of the crew and the whole band and all the dancers and everything. It's like, it feels like there's a city of people making each show happen. And getting to know those people, you know, face to face and up close has been so exciting. And I think, you know, one of the coolest things that, in my mind, that Taylor did with this show is pick a, you know, group of openers that otherwise we wouldn't get to like be in the same place touring and all that. So like, we fell in love with the Muna camp, like for example. Our crews just totally fell in love with each other. I mean, I could like go through every single show we got to play and pick out a special moment, but I think it is getting to, you know, just hang with people that do the same thing as you and want so badly for it to be a really exceptional version of it. Everyone's just proud to be there.
What song would you say you're most excited to play in stadiums?
I'm really excited to play Risk. I'm so excited to play Close to You. I mean, really, the whole album was written for a live show in my mind. So all of it is just going to be trippy to finally be able to do.
And for your and Taylor's collab, is it Tay Gracie, Gracelor, Tacy? Which do you prefer?
I have no preference. I've seen lots of different versions, and all of them are blow my mind that that's even.
I love Gracelor.
I'm a fan too.
Yeah. Now, Taylor, Lorde, Olivia Rodrigo, Tate McRae, Phoebe Bridgers, there's this amazing group of women at the pinnacle of music who support each other and are fans of each other. How would you describe this sisterhood? Is there a group chat?
It just seems really sincere, honestly, the way that artists seem to be showing up for one another. You hear that women in music are like pinned against each other constantly, or that but it's not how it feels right now. And I'm really grateful for that to be true when I'm doing all this stuff for the first time, because it's very daunting and it's like a strange path to go down, and it's a really lucky one, but it's also a very isolating one often. And I think what I appreciate so much about, everyone you just named, for example, just to name a few, is there's real support, constant support of one another. And I can only speak for myself, but I'm just a genuine fan of all the music that they make, so it's incredibly easy. But on top of that, they're all really genuinely good, kind people. It's been really sweet, any opportunity to be in the same room or to, text or whatever it is. It's like, it makes a difference when you're able to show up for one another.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.